everybody, welcome back to SED'S Bass Quiz for Fun. Tonight our special guest is Freddie. Freddie, now I come across Freddie. Not come across him. I stumbled over him on Facebook. Yep, that's what's better, isn't it? And he plays for loads of different stuff, right? But what stuck in my mind, what's on his profile, is he plays for a Toto tribute band. Now I know I got a lot of friends out there who like Toto, which is really cool. You know, I was never a fan of Toto, but the people I've played in bands with are big fans. You know, they think they are gods, like, you know what I mean? And they go to see different members of them doing their own little bit here and there, like, oh, they're cool, great anyway. But there's not many bands out there trying to cover them, like, you know, trying to be a tribute to them, because they're all red hot musicians. But luckily enough, Freddie is a red hot musician. So there's no trouble on the bass department here, Fred, is it, my man? Huh? So anyway, back to Freddie. Fred, thanks for sending your stuff over. Much appreciated. I know he's in the middle of moving and I love that bass. I love that P bass, that 70s P bass, 78, is it? Something like that maybe. You playing it. Hey, Music Man, I can take it or leave it on them, like, you know, but I can't say that because one of my friends going as well, like, you know. But they're lovely basses, and I did try one out in the first ever London bass show. I did try one out, like, but I found the G string kept on popping off. Did you notice that of it? Or was that just because I may have yammed it? But there we are, anyway. But your P bass is wicked. But what the best of all, though, Freddie, right, is that shirt. That shirt. It just takes all alignment away from everything. You sat there with a cool shirt on the chaise lounge, lovely curtains behind you. You really set the scene there, Freddie, my man. Oh, wicked, man. Thanks very much, my man, for sending these 3 great bass tracks over for our SED'S, man. You know, much appreciated. Freddie, you're top man. Over to you, buddy.
Hello, SED'S. It's lovely to meet you all. My name's Freddie Draper, and I'm a British bass player. I predominantly do things like gigging and depping. I also teach at London's ICMP as well, teaching bass and transcribing and lots of notey Sibelius-y stuff. I also learnt classical double bass and really enjoy doing orchestral playing as well when I get the chance. And in terms of my influences as a bass player, I really like anything that sort of makes you have to think twice and go back and go, what the heck is that? So players like Jaco Pastorius and John Stockman and Amos Williams, and the great Chris Wolstenholme as well, Justin Chancellor, you know, Chris Squire, of course, as well. You know, a lot of my absolute favourite bass players are the ones who managed to really get a sort of unique sonic signature. And so the theme that I've kind of been trying to go for today is try my best to emulate some of those sounds. And regrettably, I had to move house very shortly before the COVID-19 stuff kicked off. And I had to leave my lovely Fender Jazz bass with a very good friend of mine. And I'm kicking myself a little bit because one of these bass lines is very infamously recorded on a active jazz bass, not necessarily a Fender one. I'm not going to tell you which brand because that will give it away. But I'm going to attempt to do my best to emulate some of these tones with my trusty P bass from the 70s, which is legally old enough to be my parent, which is quite scary. And my trusty Music Man bongo, which has been my go-to for many, many years now, that tends to sort of divide an audience fairly heavily. People go, that thing is absolutely horrific, or they go, it looks like a cool spaceship. I don't even know what my relationship is like with it anymore. It's been too many years. Anyway, without further ado, I'll jump into bass playing. But just before I do, I want to say a massive thank you to SED'S for asking me to come down and play. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy what you hear today. And don't forget to write your comments and let SED know what your answers are. Cheers. So this last piece that I've selected actually combines two of my favourite techniques. It combines downstrokes of the plectrum, a little bit of upstrokes as well, but predominantly downstrokes. And it combines the popping of the slap pop technique. It's actually with the second finger. I won't do it the other way around. I don't want to offend anybody. But most bass players obviously tend to use the first finger, and you usually bring the second finger in if you're going to do something like a double pluck. But you're kind of having to shift the emphasis across one finger. And so actually, with this technique, I'm probably not going to do it in this video unless I feel particularly compelled, is you can actually do it with two fingers. And obviously, because this finger never really does anything in conventional bass playing, it's kind of like starting from scratch all over again. So I've spent a lot of this quarantine lockdown going like this and getting the blister from the very start all over again. So I hope you enjoy this bass line. If you can guess the band, then let SED and the rest of the shed know.
Well, there we are then. That's our Freddie on his chaise lounge with his sexy shirt and the curtains behind him. Freddie, top man. Check out his stuff. You got links above. I put a pile of links above. He gave me everything apart from what size feet he takes. So check him out. He does because he plays a upright bass, classical bass, double bass as well, like, which is cool. Which I go on, but nowhere near as good as this guy here. Which is so. Have a look at the stuff he's doing with there as well, and we some YouTube clips of television stuff he's done as well. Like, so check him out. He's a top bloke. Really appreciate you sending these fantastic tracks across, Freddie. Keep yourself tuned in as well to SED'S Shed. Basically, for fun, and a bit of luck, you'll send us some more in the future. A bit of luck, innit? See what happens. Hey, Freddie, thank you very much. All the best. Stay safe, my man. SED'S Shed.